Okay, starting a new stream. Kind of a surprise stream. We'll just see who gets on here. Have a little fun. Give everybody some time to get in. Whoever's going to join us. I've got my chat window here. I think the sound is okay. But we'll see who shows up. And we'll have some fun. I've got my saxophone here. I'll do some playing, do some Q&A, and just have a fun chat. And we got a few people rolling in here. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. JJ Zone is already here, channel mod. And we'll just see who shows up. And I did not announce this stream or anything like that, so it's kind of in a random time. I don't think I've ever done a stream on Wednesday before. This is a little different. So we'll just see who rolls in here, and we'll have some fun. We've got Hensel Molina. We've got Cashew Matt, who says, OMG sax, best instrument. I don't know if it's the best. I'm partial to trombone and some other ones myself, but yes, I do have it. I'll do some playing here if you guys want to hear anything specific. Let's see. We've got Odd Night 38 who says hello. Hello to you. We've got Windy Indy 9911 who says you've got to play Careless Whisper. And yes, I can go ahead and do that. And this will be a good test because the mic is right in front of me, which is fine for speaking, but the saxophone is way louder. So I'm going to kind of, let's see. How's this going to be? I guess just sort of turn to the side here. Let's see if I can play that. Yeah, basically, that's basically it. We've got the Charmed Hunter. Hello there. Nice to see you. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me know if the volume is too loud, too soft. Let's see. We've got Ruzy, channel mod. Happy Wednesday to you. Cashew Matt says, whenever you play the higher notes, your mic cuts them out. Yeah, I'd probably need to turn more to the side and try not to play as loud. C's says, I would love to hear you play Baker Street. I'll have to look that one up and see how it sounds, and then I can try to play it. Windy Indy says the high note was getting cut off or muted. You might want to turn away a bit more. Okay, and I can try that, or just try to play softer, but it's hard on the high notes to do that. Let's see. If I turn, tell me if it does it again here. You'll have to tell me if it did it that time or not. Okay, we've got some people joining us here. If you're just joining, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the live stream. This will be a really, really informal live stream. Just having some fun. I can play some saxophone if you all want to hear some specific things, or just chat about the channel or upcoming content or whatever you want to talk about. Let's see. JJ Zone says, would you rather have Bobby or Bart as a student? I assume you mean Bobby from King of the Hill. I would much rather have Bobby from King of the Hill because he's not nearly as mischievous. Rolling Thunder, channel member, says, not really request, but just curious, do you think you could do the Star Wars theme song? Yeah. If you mean like the main theme, there's a lot of Star Wars songs. The main theme would just be... That's the gist of it. All right. Let's see. Big Guy says, hey, not bad. And I think you guys can see where I'm at on the chat window. I put it where you guys can see it. Rolling Thunder says, or is that considered a hard song? I don't necessarily know. I can play pretty much anything that I know in my head. Like if you ask me to play a song that I've never heard, obviously I can't do that. Cashew Matt says, ooh, we got vibrato. Windy Indy says, still a bit of muting, but better this time. I'll try and play as soft as I can. It doesn't help also that this room tends to echo a little bit. I'm still working on that. I need to put some stuff up on the walls to absorb more of the sound. Total Gamer says, nice to see you, man. Huge fan. Thanks. I really appreciate that. Total Gamer 602. Bumblebee Misty Raven Mochi says, hi, just got here. Alex Gillis says, is it possible for a vice principal to be a physician, doctor at the same time? Theoretically, I've never heard of that, but yeah. Mr. Knuckles says, hello, just curious, but what are the upcoming SpongeBob reactions? We've got Jellyfish Hunter this Friday. If you're a channel member, you already have it. I'm trying to think of what I recently watched. Y'all have already seen my reaction to SpongeBob and Clarinet Land. I recently watched As Seen on TV. That was a pretty interesting one. Krabby Chronicles already out. I can't remember the other one. There's another one I've done also. Let's see. BT says can't be here long, but hi. Kaimani's here, channel legend. Good night, Mr. Brandon and everyone. Robin Cruz says, can you do the saxophone hook break from Who Can It Be Now by Men at Work? I'd have to look that one up. And we've got a donation from Such a Turd. That's their name. $9.99. And you all know, if you all have been on my live streams before, I will try to read all the messages, but anytime someone donates, I automatically skip to their message. Such a Turd says, the kind of hilariousness and ridiculousness you're in for with community. What do you call a community college Spanish teacher who's Chinese? Senor Chang. Okay, yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for the donation, Such a Turd. I really appreciate it. All right. Read a few more. And some of these songs I'm going to have to look up, because if I don't know it already, then I can't play it, obviously, unless I look it up. Usually with most things, if I look it up, like if someone says, hey, can you play this? And I look it up on YouTube, listen to it maybe once, I can usually play it. Let's see. Big Guys, Harden My Heart by Quarter Flash and Maneater by Hall & Oates are great 80s hits. And I would have to look those up. A lot of pop stuff I just don't know. Such a Numbskull says, can you play Hello Blues from SpongeBob, a.k.a. your favorite song? Hello Blues. Which one is that? A.k.a. your favorite song. My favorite song from SpongeBob is, what is it? It's where Patrick tells him Patrick is helping SpongeBob with the boating exam. How does it go? It's like, why can't, it's my favorite song. Why can't I think of it? I could play it, if I could just think of it here. I'm just drawing a blank. I'll think of it in a minute. It'll come back to me. For some reason, I'm just drawing a blank. Ruzi says Cantina Band. If you're talking about from Star Wars, I can give it a try. You're talking about this. Yeah, basically. And most of these that you all are going to suggest, I've never tried to play. It's just going to be for the first time. What was the boating school song? I don't even know what the real name is, but he said your favorite episode or your favorite song, which that's what it is. It's like no, I'm thinking of all these other SpongeBob songs are running through my head, and I can't think of the one I really want to play. No. Oh, I got it. I don't know if this is even what he was talking about, but it's like this. And I've never tried to play this before. No. That's all I'm going to be able to do, that first part. And some of it isn't even real pitches all the time. And I see some donations here or something, so I'm going to skip down. We've got Such a Turd says, play the Avengers theme. I can. I'm just struggling to remember what it sounds like. If I know it in my head, I can play it. I'm going to have to look some of these things up. How does the Avengers theme go? That's such a dumb thing, right? So maybe, let's see. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to move this over, and I'm going to play Avengers theme. All right. And I'm going to put the headphones on and try not to drop the saxophone. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Nah, yeah. Yeah. All right, so let me move you guys back over here. Yeah, I just getting it all tangled up here. I just don't know it very well. It's like nah. And then it like goes up. I could be getting that totally wrong. I just don't know the Avengers theme that well because I've seen the movies, but I'm not like a huge fan. Such a turd. I'm sorry. Thank you for the $1.99 donation, though, for sure. Kaimani Burrell, member for 18 months, principal's office, says, another live stream to get ready to start the summer. Out of curiosity, do you recall the song from the music class in the Avatar episode, The Headband, or the song at the end with the cave party, if you don't remember? Yeah, if I played it like I just did on the computer, I could remember it and probably play it. It was just a long time ago that I watched that episode, so unfortunately not. But if you really want me to, I will. Well, I would have to try and find it. It may take too long to do that, Kaimani. I'm sorry. I thought I saw something else down here. Maybe not. Maybe that was Such a Turd's second donation. Anyway, thank you both so much for the support there. Let me read some more chat messages here. Let's see. Gabriel says, hope you're having a good day. Love your content. Appreciate that. Deontay Mode says, hey, Brandon, this is my other account. I don't know what your first account is, so I'm not sure who you're talking about. Jarrett, the most awesome, says, hey there, Mr. Brandon, how are you doing? I'm doing well. Appreciate you joining the membership program, by the way, Jarrett, and all of your other comments that you made. Alex Gillis says, have you ever listened to country music? Yes, mostly not even because I'm a fan, but because between the when I was in kindergarten, all the way up through 11th grade, I rode the school bus, and I had 2 bus drivers during that like 12-year period. And both of them turned on country music on the bus every single day, both morning and afternoon when I rode the bus. So for that reason, yes. Robin Cruz says a reaction of community would be interesting. Yeah, and I know I got the sense that's what Such a Turd here was talking about. That has been mentioned a lot. I may do it at some point, depending on, how clean the content is. I don't know anything about that one. Big Guy says, Harden My Heart by Quarterflash has a great main saxophone solo. A lot of songs, too. I know the songs, but I don't always know them by the title of the song. So I may look that one up if a few people mention it. And I think I see JJ Zone down here. Member for 2 months, on a roll. JJ Zone says, summer is almost near. Do you have any ideas for the potential tier list in June? So that's a good question. June 7th is the anniversary of the channel. 3 years it will be. I asked the question in a community post what kind of tier list I should do, and everybody said either a Ned's Declassified tier list of like the characters in Ned's Declassified, which would be cool, and then episodes of SpongeBob. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, I've seen over 100 episodes at this point. How would I do a tier list of that many things? I would have to find a way to limit it somehow. So those are the 2 ideas I have in mind right now. Let me scroll down. Big Guys also says, Jesus Guerrero says hello. Big Guy says, I Know What Boys Like by The Waitresses has a crazy saxophone solo. And if I get down to where I just don't know a lot of these references, I'll look them up and I will try and play them. Rolling Thunder says, I know it depends on the school and state, but is it common for the high school principal to attend graduation and hand their students diplomas? Yeah, that's almost every time exactly what happens. There are some variations. Sometimes the superintendent does it and the principal calls the names. Sometimes the principal hands out the diplomas and the superintendent just shakes their hand and the assistant principal calls out the names. It varies. There's no rules about that. Each school does it a little bit differently. Just a Numbskull says, I can send it in the server if you want. Kasia Matt says, Concertino de Camera by Ebert. Yeah, I would have to look that up. DL 1083 says, hey, y'all. Jeff Roberts says, hey, just curious, what episode is next week of SpongeBob? This sounds awful. I'm not sure I can remember at the moment. It's not As Seen on TV. It's another one. It's another one that I recently did. As Seen on TV will be 2 or 3 weeks from now. Jellyfish Hunter is this week. I think it might be Sandy, SpongeBob, and the Worm, if you're familiar with that one. I think that one might be next week. Rolling Thunder says the district superintendent and members of the district board of education all attend and they would take turns handing out diplomas. Yeah, I haven't seen board members do that too much, but if they wanted to, they probably could. Big Guy says Trout Mask Replica by Captain Beefheart. I'm not familiar with that. I'd have to look that up. I'm not doing well, am I? Not because I can't play these things. I just don't know them in my head already. Ruzi says, yeah, appreciate that. Unkitty says, I love your videos. I appreciate that. Michael says, hello, Brandon. Didn't realize you were live streaming. I just got through gaming. Yeah, this was kind of a random, unannounced one, just for fun. Windy Indy says, you will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Yeah, Mos Eisley is what he was talking about. And that, yeah, they played the song I just played, and there's this other one they play in there where it's like this. It's like, wait. I'm getting that wrong. I've never tried to play that before, so hopefully you'll cut me a break. Robin Cruz says the song plays during boating road test montage. Yeah. Da 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 bum. And then it kind of repeats. And that's about as good as I'm going to be able to do on that one. Big Guy says, great stuff, my friend. King J Medley says, hey. Ross Bristow says, would Jerry Brooks be inappropriate to react to? Yeah, I think that was you that mentioned Jerry Brooks. He's another YouTuber. He used to be an elementary school principal. I've heard him speak in person before. He does mostly just shorts. He's making fun of certain things that happen in school. His videos aren't inappropriate. They're pretty much G or PG. I don't know if I would react to them. I could, I guess. Just a numbskull says, yeah, that's the one. King James says, sent Flow State for 200 joules. BT says, that's good for the SpongeBob song. Taimani says, that's exactly the song. Ruzi says, that's the one. Sharif says, you sound incredible. Robin says, how about the grass skirt chase? That's my favorite. Always makes me laugh. Yeah, that's the one when, like, it completely goes off the rails, right? Oh, man, how does it sound? It's like, I can't remember any of them now. I'm trying to remember how it sounds. The grass skirt chase song. It's just when things go crazy, I cannot pull it up in my brain. I'm going to have to do what I did a minute ago and pull it up on YouTube. Let's see. This is not what I wanted at all. To pull YouTube up and go to... Oh, I almost had it. I almost remembered it. All right, let me put the headphones on. It's hard to do this with a saxophone in your lap, by the way. All right, let's see. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Okay, that's about all I need. And then, this is such a pain, because I have to go back. I have to pull you guys back over here where you can see the chat. Untangle the wires here. Take the headphones off. Yeah. So the grass skirt chase was like, and I don't remember what happens after that. I'd have to listen to more of it, but that's basically it. Yep, that is it. That's about the best I can do on that one. Let's see. Windy Indy says, Brandon, the music is coming through. Good. Rolling Thunder, Superman theme song. I've always enjoyed that. It's a pretty cool theme song. That and the theme song from How to Train Your Dragon. I know both of those. How to Train Your Dragon. Na, 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 na. It's like, I can't remember it. I know the Superman theme. That's easy. Yeah. That's a decent rendition. The How to Train Your Dragon song. I had it a minute ago. I'm gonna have to look that one up too. I have like a piece of it here. Let's see. How to Train Your Dragon theme. And let's do main theme and see what comes up. Let's see here. Yeah. So the part of that that I always remember is that's gonna be. I'd have to listen to it a little more to really get it. Is there's the chat. Is the that last part? I'd have to listen to that one a little bit more, just because I'm not a huge fan of the How to Train Your Dragon. It's been a long time since I've heard the song. Sorry about that. Let's see. Anything else that I actually know? Kaimani says we can still hear it. Great soundtrack. Dylan Matt says Pirates of the Caribbean. Wow. So there's a few songs. There's a lot of music in that. So the songs that I would know how to play. Let's see what I can play. That lowest note on saxophone I've always had problems with. But let me see what else. What else might I have an easier time with? I was trying to play. I can play it up. And then the main theme that everybody knows. Ba, ba. Yeah. That's about as good as I can do on that one. Wendy and E says, also want to say the instrument streams are really cool and unexpected. Appreciate that. Total Gamer, what do you think of Mr. Howard from iCarly? He's pretty horrible. King J Medley, do the theme song of SpongeBob. I can. The only problem is half of it is just like yelling SpongeBob SquarePants, but it's just SpongeBob, and then you yell out. And there's a lot of that, and then there's a lot of it's just the ending part really. And that's basically all there is to it. And then just And that's it. That's all there is. Oh, let's see. The Big Box says, if you had a theme song, what would it be? I used to have a little song. It was admittedly, it was an AI generated song, but it was pretty good. A Principal Reacts theme song. I used to have that on the channel. I took it off a long time ago. Warrior for Christ channel mod is here. Kaimani says sent star for 2 jewels. Terran Singh says hello. Unkitty says, the first time I hear you playing music live, this is so cool. Appreciate that. Graceful says, feels weird seeing you without the headphones. Yeah, I don't need them because I'm not listening to anything this time. World Fun and Amazing says, can you react to Chowder Show episode BLT? I will if people ask for it. KVNG Wolfpack says, out of all the TV shows that you've watched, which one would you want to become principal of? I don't know. Most of the shows that are on the channel because they have a lot of problems. I guess I wouldn't mind being principal of the, what's it? I forgot the name of the school. That's pretty bad. Of the Ned's Declassified, Polk Middle School. Leon Corgi says, can you do Careless Whisper? I did at the beginning. I'll do it again, just the main part. Yeah, you get the idea. Turner Winstead says, you should react to Michael Rosen's Strict Story. JJ Zone says, can you play Kiss Me by Sixpence the Richer? I'm not sure if it's the same song I'm thinking of. I would have to listen to it. Dragon Flare Frog says, did you play the Victorious theme yet? You know what's ironic? I can kind of remember it, but I always skip it. Like in my videos, I skip it. And I don't usually watch it either. It's like, I don't know if I can do it. I can't remember it good enough to do it. If I listen to it once or twice, I could. It's the song that she sings, right? That Tori sings. I would have to listen to it, which is dumb because I watch Victorious all the time on my reaction series, but I always skip the intro. So, I only hear like the very first. JJ's own the accordion solo from the song you were talking about. I have to listen to it. Angelo says, can you do all the potential firings, suspensions, and arrest of all videos? That would take a long time. I don't know if that's possible. Turner Winstead says, when is the next Drake and Josh reaction? I do plan to do another one. There's a couple episodes. Everybody always keeps mentioning one called Eric Punches Drake that I haven't seen yet. So I will probably do that within the next few months. Leon says, will you please do another King of the Hill episode? Yeah, it's been a long time. I do want to do that. Jarrett says, hey, Brandon, when are you reacting to Big City Greens? I've done one episode. I don't know if I'll do another one or not. A lot of people would have to ask for it. Wendy Indy says, do you know Moving Out by Billy Joel? I know a lot of Billy Joel songs. I don't know if I know that one off the top of my head. Gray Poke says, how are you liking Avatar so far? It's good. It's grown on me. I like it a lot more now than I did at the beginning. Ramon Ramirez says, will you watch The Two Faces of Squidward? Yes, because a lot of people do ask for that one. JJ Zone says, would the science teacher from old school be fired for carrying a pillow? Probably not, but it's gonna spark some questions. Like, why do you have this? They would probably be asked to just leave it at home. Turner Winstead says, is Frozen Face Off on your SpongeBob list? It is, but it's not near the top. Spider Stomper says, please play the Flintstones theme song. Now that one I know. I've never tried to play it before. Which key do I want to play it in? I guess I'll do that. one's not too bad. Jeremiah, we're number one from Lazy Town. I can play that one. Let's see. And then it's pretty much that over and over again. It's got some other melodies like. Da. And then it just goes back to. So much of that song, half of it is like spoken. They don't actually sing for half of it, because he's explaining like how to be a villain. So it pretty much does that one thing over and over again. Jeff Robert says, please let me know which next week. Yeah, I don't have it in front of me, Jeff. I think it might be Sandy, SpongeBob, and the Worm. Ross Bristow says, when will the Splinter be up? I will watch it eventually. I haven't gotten to it yet. Fan Factor says, have you heard of Mind Your Language? Somebody, and it might be you, did mention it in the comments. Homer Fan says, can you do more Simpsons? I can. Turner Winstead says, I added, where is it? Right over here, Mr. Krabs to the shelf. I did indeed. Graceful says, sounding good there. Appreciate that. Rolling Thunder says, just out of curiosity, I know you have a brand of headphones you really like, but have you tried AirPods, assuming you have an iPhone? No, I haven't. Tried the like Apple branded AirPods. I have not. Angelo says, I hope he does House Fancy and the Splinter. Yeah, I have a feeling I might regret it, but I'll do it eventually. Spider Stomper says, please play the Incredibles theme song. Oh, yeah. I think I can remember that one. It's got a bunch of these trumpet things. It's like. Stuff like that. If I can remember how it goes, I can play it. It's just a bunch of that stuff. Oh man, there's more to it than that, of course. Incredibles. How does it go? The Incredibles main theme. Maybe I can look that up too. Incredibles main theme. Let's see. It's just kind of all over the place. Is this really the correct? All right, main theme. Yeah, I don't need a. Yeah, this is not helping. All right. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the only part I can really remember. That little lick. I wish I could. There's more to it than that, obviously. I just can't remember. And the recording I was just listening to is sort of all over the place with it. It's like a 3-minute long thing. I just want the main theme. All right, let me keep going. World Fun and Amazing says, do PBS Arthur School or other Lazy Town about Robbie Rotten going to school? Fun World and Amazing said, please. Fun Factor says, I second more King of the Hill episodes. Do the one with Bobby being a school therapist. Okay, if you can give me the episode title, I'll be sure and look at it. Which King of the Hill has a great theme song. It's like. kind of. Let's see. I have seen the Hunger Games. That's got a good theme too. Oh man. Oh man. How does it go? The little, like, when they come on every day and say like who died in the Hunger Games. Da na na na. Yeah. It's like. Something like that. The little march that comes on, and then it's like, and it goes down. And it's like, it's not bad. I like the music from the Hunger Games. Gabby is awesome. Says, hi, I wasn't expecting a live. I wasn't either until right before it happened, really. Odd Night says, have you tried Zelda music like the main theme or Clock Town? Now, there's a million Zelda games, so it depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about the OG Zelda, and then that's really the main music in that game, and it's like the dungeon theme. And that's too low. That goes below the lowest note you can play on alto. And then the only other Zelda game I really know of is there was a second. Y'all probably don't know that, the second NES game of it. And then what was it? Ocarina of Time, which was so famous. I don't know if I can play any of that stuff. Zelda, the second had some pretty good music. The second one on NES that they had, it was like yeah. That's probably not what you meant, though. Zelda Ocarina of Time, I do remember when that came out. It had some good ones. It was like, because it was music based, right? Because you played these themes on the little ocarina. Little ditties that I remember from that. And I've never tried to play these on saxophone before. I'm just remembering them. There's something like that. That was one of them. And then, oh man, there's something, I don't know what this was. Something like this. I don't know. I just know it's from one of the games. Maybe one of you all can tell me. All right, I just saw something come through at a couple of donations. I'm so sorry. I got too caught up in playing. So I've got, and I always skip to the donations. Dante Mode 26 says, my main account is Dante Presley. Thank you very much. And thank you for the $2 donation. I really appreciate that. Reality Cypher X says, can you do Epic Sax Guy from Eurovision? I don't know what that is, but I can look it up. I saw something else here. Ezra T. Scarlett sent Flow State. Thank you very much for that. And I'm trying to scroll back up. Epic Sax Guy from Eurovision. I don't know what that is. Let's find out. Epic Sax Guy Eurovision song. Let's see what it is. Just get away from I mean, all he's doing there, and I've never seen this before, all he's doing is... And he's just like, dancing around. But, okay. So, Reality Cypher, there you go. I don't know if that's what you were expecting, but there we go. All right. Where was I at in terms of the chat? I'm never going to get to the end. Lathon Lopez, can you do O Canada? You mean like... So yes, I can. Animal loving shapeshifter, you are rocking it, sir. I appreciate it. Lathon Lopez, I know it's early, but what's going to replace Victorious? I don't know. People are asking for Zoe 101. People are asking for Abbott Elementary. It might be Abbott Elementary, honestly. Rolling Thunder, if a class is going on a field trip and one of the students is in a wheelchair and requires a wheelchair, who would be the one to arrange that, the teacher or the principal? They would both work together on that because you don't want to deprive a student of a field trip because of a disability, obviously. Turner Winstead, do you think you could do another principal tier list just on a random day? Probably not. Homer Fan, do you accept fan art? Yeah, I've had some fan art. I have my portrait of the channel logo. There it is. I can point to it kind of, sort of, behind my head there. And then I've gotten some other things on Discord. Robin Cruz says, play the Spongemonger. I don't know what that is. Let's find out what that is. Spongemonger song. I don't know which one that is, but I'm sure I'll recognize it. Let's see. I thought that was the Grass Skirt. I thought that was the Grass Skirt song or whatever. That's I've already tried that one. Da da da. Or is it? It's like, well, what I just heard is this. I do remember that song. It does it again. It's like this. And then can't remember what happens after that. I do remember that song. That's one of those other songs where like everything's flying off the rails. Okay. Lathon Lopez, can you wish upon a star? Yes, I can. Do you mean, can I play it? That one's pretty good. Kaimani says the iconic soundtrack when Captain Jack Sparrow runs, you should try. Is that this? And it goes too low for the alto. I'm not sure if that's what you meant. Baker Street, I'd have to look that up. I don't know it. Don't know that song well. Rolling Thunder, Drunken Sailor, or Good King Wenceslas. You mean like this? Not sure if that's what you meant, but Trevor Beast. Mr. Howard loves the Geometry Channel. Yes, he does. Turner Winstead. Who would you rather hire, Gordy or Psychowitz? Psychowitz at least tries. Gordy just tries to watch TV all day and does nothing. I Am Chill says you're on my TV and my phone. Okay. Emerald Creeper, what are the limits on what you can do? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Do you mean my reactions to content? Do you mean my saxophone playing? Lathon Lopez, bring back the theme song intro. Not sure what you mean. HS Town, hello. And by the way, HS Town, I do appreciate your in-depth comments. I do read them. I remember your screen name from your comments. Lathon Lopez, when you do SpongeBob, remember to watch Krabbyland and Whale of a Birthday back to back. Okay. Turner Winstead, Mr. Krabs might be related to Mr. Krubs. Nice. Warrior for Christ says, I think you would make a great principal for Drake and Josh. HS Town, James K. Polk. Yeah, I did forget the name for a minute ago. Lathon, you would make a great principal of Springfield Elementary. Turner Winstead, how many times did you at least play a clip of the intro? The intro to which one? I don't know what you're talking about. HS, if Brandon was principal, Springfield Elementary would be functional. Yeah, maybe. Homer fan, do Phineas and Ferb. Oh, man. And I've never tried to play any of these. I'm doing all these for the first time. Phineas and Ferb, which it's coming up on summer, which would be a good time to do a Phineas and Ferb reaction, because that's the whole point. It's like... I love that song. I love that song. Okay. Where are we at? Sorry if I skip your message. I do not intend to. Leon Corgi, Drake and Josh is the peak theme. I saw Drake in concert a month ago. Okay. Warrior for Christ says, here I am once again feeling lost now and then. I breathe it in to let you go, and you don't know where you are now. HS Town, do a random Billy Joel song. A random one. The ones I know are, everybody knows The Piano Man, right? Everybody knows that one. And I also recall there was a song called Honesty. And then The Longest Time, whatever it was called, is in E flat, I think. It goes on and on and on. Anyway, Lathon Lopez, can you do the Muppet Show intro? Are you talking about this? I feel silly playing it, but I'll play it. And it's like bum bum bum. Something like that. I think that's what you meant. Okay, Lathon Lopez. I know Futurama, the show, but I don't know what the theme sounds like because I'd never really watched it. I know what it is. I just don't know the theme. Sorry about that. Turner Winstead, did you hear about people in the 70s getting paddled? That still happens today, depending on where you are. People are often shocked at that, but yes. I Am Chill says, W playing. I appreciate that very much. How many people do we have? Do we have some people? Does it say how many people we have here? Let's see. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. All right. Let me see. What else do we have? Dante says, you're welcome for the donations. I really appreciate it. Again. There's Reality Cipher for $2. I tried. I hope that was what you were talking about. Okay. I already read those messages. Kaimani says the nostalgia from the Flintstones hits differently. JJ Zone, we are number one. Yep, I played that. I guess I'm really, really behind. Spider Stomper, please play the original Powerpuff Girls theme song. I do not remember how that went. JJ Zone, can you play the Graduation March? If you mean Pomp and Circumstance. Different schools sometimes play different things at graduation, but most schools play the Pomp and Circumstance. Nice if I could play all the right notes. Turner Winstead, Discord actually called Fluttershy Shutterfly. Yeah, Shutterfly. I almost did that a couple of times. Lathon says, do Recess theme. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I do remember Recess, I think. It's like, ba, ba, da, ba. It's like, I can't remember what comes after that. That's mostly it. It's like, and da, da. I do not remember the rest of it. That's as much as I can remember. Turner says, my brother just graduated high school. That's good. Lathon says he's walking his dog. HS says Brandon looks up songs to play stream. I have to look them up. If I don't know them already or I haven't heard them, that's the only way I can do it. Emerald Creeper says, speaking of Incredibles, what about the Mr. Incredible becomes uncanny theme? I would have to look it up. Flying Car, what about the Skaters Waltz? Yep, you mean this? I forgot. That's the main part. Anyway, I forgot the rest of it. Hank the Tank is here. Lathon Lopez says, do Arthur episodes. I will have to do that. And is this the Arthur song? I know that's not what you asked, but it's like... What a wonderful kind of day where we can laugh and play and get along with each other. Is that Arthur? I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm gonna have to skip some stuff. Titanic. How did that go? Oh, the Titanic theme. Believe it or not, I never actually saw it, but I know the theme just because it's everywhere. And at the moment, I cannot remember it. It's like, I cannot. I'll have to look it up. Yes, I did the Careless Whisper Homer Fan 1999 twice, in fact. Rolling Thunder, Harry Potter theme, or any Harry Potter songs you know. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. And I forgot even how the main theme goes. I'm trying to remember all these songs, and they're all getting mixed together in my head. I've got to. This is gonna drive me crazy. All right. I know the Harry Potter, the main one. Harry Potter main theme. Okay, YouTube. No, not. I want the main theme. I guess this is it. Oh, yeah. That's all I need. Like a second of it for me to remember. No, stop. Okay. It's like, I think that's it, right? A little odd, but it makes it easier to remember. Lion King intro? I mean, I know the songs, but what's like the intro? The Circle of Life? Is that what you mean by intro? It's like, maybe not. Maybe that wasn't the right one. Da 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 da. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, it's like I forgot how it starts. I just remember the ending, really. Lathon says yes, Mario theme. Now, I see. The Emerald Creeper says the Super Mario Brothers main theme. Let me see if I can do that. Let's see. And then it just repeats. I always liked there's a members only video out there of me playing the underwater theme on piano. I always liked that one for some reason. It's ba. No, da 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 da. Yeah, it's kind of a quirky little melody. Okay. JJ Zone says me channel theme. And do you mean I've never tried to play that. I know what you're talking about. Dum ba-da-dum. Let's give it a try. Never tried it before. Da da da. Da da. Yeah. I think it just repeats after that. That is it. I Am Chill says W Zelda playing. BT says, how long have you been playing the saxophone? It wasn't my main instrument. My main instrument was always trombone and piano. But I started playing it probably 20 years ago, and I don't play it all the time. It's just every once in a while. The Emerald Creeper says primarily the version from the first. Oh, you're talking about Mario Brothers. Leon Corgi says Mr. Grinch. I've never tried to play this either. Ba-da-dum. What key would it be in? I guess it doesn't matter. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What was the original? I think it was G minor. Da. That's about the best I can do. And then it's like, na 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 na. Yeah, the same thing again. Rolling Thunder, Thriller, Michael Jackson. Let's see, what key is it in? Yeah, you start off with da da ba da. Yeah. It goes on and on and on and on. Lathan Lopez, Do Henry Danger, Gas Leak. Okay. Hank the Tank. So can you do So What from Miles Davis? I don't know how I know that song. It's like it's all this bass guitar stuff. I'm not going to be able to remember it good enough to play it, though. I do know that song. Spider Stomper, thank you for trying the Incredibles theme. I was thinking the iconic part from the title sequence. I know there's more to it, and I know it's in my brain somewhere, but I cannot quite pull it out. I can't recall it. Turner Winstead, who would you rather hire as a teacher? Gallus from My Little Pony or George and Harold? Oh, man, neither one of them. I refuse to choose. Both of them are bad choices. Leon Corgi, yeah. Zelda 2. And I've just popped in my head, the main theme, the main map theme for that was like... I don't know why I remembered that. Okay. All right. Mr. Rye, have you done the Animaniacs episode where they get to be a teacher? I have not. Ezra Scarlett, so beautiful. I appreciate it. Lathan Lopez, can you do the Police Academy theme? Oh, man. How does that go? I know it. It's in my head somewhere. It's just buried under everything else. Police Academy theme. I know it. Let's look it up. How does it go? I can't remember it. Wait, yeah. But yeah, it's like it would be like this. That's basically it. Okay. Where was I? All right. I'm going to have to skip some messages because I'm just that far behind. Let me scroll back up. Where was I at? Sorry. Where was I at? I was way behind. Okay, I was somewhere up here. Robin Cruz, do you know the song Megalovania? I do. Let's see if I can play it. Megalovania is like... Can I do it? How does it go? And it's like... No. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I'm getting it wrong. No, I'm not quite getting it. Let me try one more time. I think I was playing in the wrong key too. How does it go? Da 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 da. I can't. That's about as good as I can do on that one. Spider Stomper, please do the DuckTales theme. Yeah, it's kind of a hard key. Yeah, that's a good one. Lula says, I am allies with a YouTuber named Evan Rossman. He told, okay. Don't know about that one. I'd have to check. Lathon Lopez, can you play violin? Only a little bit. Rolling Thunder, the U.S. national anthem. I mean, yeah, I can play it. I'll play a piece of it. Not the whole thing. Lathon Lopez says the John Cena theme. I mean, there's only like 4 notes. It's just like... I mean, you just do that and then go, you can't see me, the whole thing. Ezra T. Scarlett says, I joined your channel as a member. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate that support. Hopefully you enjoy my members-only content that I have, that you now have access to. HS Town says Animaniacs ranges from Y7 to PG. I'm gonna have to skip some messages. I'm very sorry about that. King J Medley, have you been impacted by the wildfires? Yeah, there was a pretty strict burn ban because of the fires. Some people got arrested because they were trying to burn their leaves and stuff. I think we're free of that finally, and they've got them under control. But yeah, for a while, we were having a drought. There were heavy burn bans. You couldn't burn anything because it was so dry. But yes, Hank the Tank says, do Kelpie G. Oh, man, I can't remember because I've never actually seen those episodes. I've just seen clips, so I can't remember. I'd have to go back and watch it again. Let's see. Sorry if I skip your message. Lathon says he's going to Disney tomorrow. I'm a little jealous. Are you jealous? Let's see. Turner Winstead, what does your school usually do on the last day? The last day of school at most schools is pretty lax. A lot of schools only do it a half day. A lot of kids don't show up. Not that I encourage that, but it's very different from a typical day. It's a lot of fun usually. Good positive energy. Curtains on your windows. Channel member says for he's a jolly good principal. I appreciate that. Turner Winstead, did you watch any shows when you were a kid? Yes, I did. Do you want to know which ones? Just whatever happened to be on from the 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. hour before I would have to go out to the bus. Rolling Thunder, channel member. There's a great theory video on plankton on how rich is plankton. I think you would enjoy it. Okay. Let's see. Overlord says, do you think you could play the Game of Thrones theme? I've never actually seen it. I've heard, oh yeah, Game of Thrones theme is such a good theme. I would have to listen to it in order to play it. Kaimani says, I'm back on and came back to Phineas and Ferb theme. Great job. Is there any Phineas and Ferb lined up? Yeah, if I can find the right episode. Lathon Lopez says, what do you think of school phone ban in your state? I'm sort of in favor of it. Just because there's so many kids, unfortunately, that ruin it for everybody. My student council used to say, you know, why can't we do this or why can't we do that? And I would tell them, if everybody behaved the way you guys do, it wouldn't be a problem. But there's kids that constantly, they just, you know, go to the bathroom and they just stay in there on their phone and just stay in there half the day. I never have understood that. And and there's things that happen on social media that are kind of negative because of, you know, phones being allowed in school. All right. Gabby says Rocco's Modern Life song. Let's see if I can do it. It starts out with the didgeridoo. If I can remember it good enough. Man, it's been a long time. It's like... Rocco's Modern Life. And it just keeps going. It's like... And it does the same thing in the new key. Yeah. That's most of the theme. Let's see. Rolling Thunder says, when I was in band class, one of my classmates who played the saxophone was so dedicated he had to sneeze and ended up blowing all the... Ugh. He sneezed into his saxophone. Warrior for Christ says, the Here I Am once again comment was because that's the start of the Victorious song. Yeah, Here I Am. I can't remember it good enough to do it. What always happens when I watch Victorious is I hear the first few seconds of it and then I skip and I hear the last few seconds of it. That's why I don't remember it. Yeah, Lathon Lopez, That Muppet Show. I'm way behind. Rolling Thunder says, have you ever thought about reacting to Glee? Yes, I have. Odd Night says, with Back to the Future, may not be on the channel in the future. Just wondering what your thoughts are on Mr. Strickland. Yeah, he's a pretty bad principal. He's not too good. Back to the Future. How does the That's about all I can remember at the moment. I know you didn't ask for that though. Lathon, it's fun seeing Saxophone. Only other people who I know play it for Bill Clinton and Lisa Simpson. Okay. Robin Cruz, paddling is still a thing. Yeah. Some states allow it and some don't. And then the states that do allow it, some places do it and some don't. It's not all that common, but it is still legal in some places. Athon is here. Says, how about Oh Susanna? Do you mean like this? That Oh Susanna? HS Town, paddling is at the discretion of the school district based on state laws. Yeah, that's absolutely right. BT says, my brother was wondering if you can do the Tom and Jerry theme song. So, I don't know what that is, because there's like the OG Tom and Jerry, and then there's like a newer Tom and Jerry that probably has a theme song that I don't know, because I only really saw the old Tom and Jerry. I'm getting all these old songs mixed up in my head. I don't think this is Tom and Jerry. This is something else. I think maybe it is. That might be like the old Tom and Jerry. Maybe. Okay. Lathon Lopez, what's your favorite color? I've always liked orange for whatever reason. Robin Cruz, I did the Super Mario theme song already. If you're talking about the original. Turner Winstead, what do you think you'll do on the 4th of July? Probably not a lot. I might make new content. I might be in here making new content. Let's see. Wanka says there's a music track from SNK called Stormy Saxophone. I'll have to check that out. JJ Zone, you nailed the song Arthur. Heidi Taylor says, joined a bit ago. I seriously needed something simple and wholesome like this during a tough time in life. I appreciate that. I'm glad this is helping you in some way. Major Mad Bomber says, you got it. Robin Cruz says, and I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. Yep, Arthur, and I can see I'm way behind because I played that Arthur song a minute ago. Curtains on Our Window says Michael Jackson's You Are Not Alone. I don't know that I know that one. Gumball. I don't remember how the theme to Gumball goes, honestly. I'd have to listen. Spider Stomper says Linus and Lucy from Peanuts. Oh, man. Which one is that? There's so many little Peanut songs. Linus and Lucy. Peanuts. Which one is that? Linus and Lucy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. I just didn't remember it by the title. It's like, can you do that on saxophone? And I lost my place here in the chat. Where's the Linus and Lucy comment? Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it would be pretty simple on saxophone. It's just you got, and then the melody is just. And then you got. Sounds a lot better on piano than it does on saxophone. Turner Winstead, Tentacle Vision. I don't think that's on the list. Lathon Lopez, My Heart Will Go. Yeah, I forgot how it goes. Titanic, My Heart Will Go On. All I'll need to hear is like a second of it. I just don't remember it. It's like get back to this chat window. Okay, it's like no, hold on, my headphones just got tangled up around the saxophone and I'm about to break something accidentally. Hold on, you can't see it, but everything's getting tangled up here. No. Okay, I think I'm good now. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do the Titanic theme. I'm sorry. I would have to listen to it a few more times. Let's see. Anthony Taylor says, "Hey there, Brandon. Can you try to play the Rugrats theme?" I only know the original. It's like. And that's basically all there is. Okay. My Little Pony. Yeah, I want the School of Friendship. Turner Winstead is saying you should react to the actual school episodes for My Little Pony, which goes like this. That's the start of it anyway. Lathon Lopez, have you met other YouTubers? Not in person, but email, text, that kind of thing. Just communicating, talking about our channels. The Emerald Creeper says W underwater theme. I appreciate it. SWG Overlord, do you think you might react to Nightwish someday? If people ask for it, I will react to it. Lathon says, I wish I could afford membership, but still in college. That's okay. I appreciate your support nonetheless. Heidi Taylor says, the underwater theme is just so perfect. It sounds like water. Yeah, like you're rolling on the waves there. Lathon says, have you gotten around to seeing the Ron Clark movie? I have not. I know a lot about him and his school already because I went there and heard him speak. Because it's in Atlanta, here in Georgia. Ricardo says, so when does the school year end in this area you lived in? It's coming to a close now this week, and that's the case for a lot of schools in Georgia. Heidi Taylor, the Wii Sports theme. I didn't play the Wii Sports. I played a lot of other Wii games, but I did not play Wii Sports. VY Fampo 3593 says, the final countdown. Yeah, it's the final. wish I could play the guitar part, but I can't do that on saxophone, but I can just play the melody. Lathon Lopez, I'm guessing saxophone is easier to do on camera than piano and trombone. Yeah, I wish I could get access to a good piano where I could do a stream from the piano. That would be really, really cool. Rolling Thunder, the Pink Panther theme song, of course. Ugh, what was that? That's hard to do. Yeah, that's tough, those lower notes. Leon Corgi, yeah, you're a cruel one, Mr. Grinch. Okay, Hank the Tank, the girl from Ipanema. You mean this one? And then it starts over. All right. The Emerald Creeper. Sorry, I do not know any Super Mario Galaxy songs. I'm sorry. Gold XO5. I'm watching the hall monitor right now. From SpongeBob, you mean hall monitor? You know. Turner Winstead. Have you heard the song Check Yes or No by George Strait? I have. And the reason that I have, again, I mentioned earlier, from kindergarten all the way through 11th grade, I rode the bus. And I had two bus drivers, and they both just blared country music all morning and all afternoon. It's like, I'm not going to sing it. It's like, yeah, I do know the song. I was kind of forced to listen to it, but yes. Robin Cruz, can you play In the Mood by Glenn Miller Band? Which one is that? Is it da 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 da? Is that what it is? Is that the one? In the Mood, Glenn Miller. Which one was that? I think maybe it is. Oh, no. Yeah. I'll try. I was getting my Glenn Millers mixed up. And I lost where I was at in the chat. Oh no. Okay. All right. It was right here. All right. I'll try it. Ugh, spit's coming out of my keys. I've been playing so long. I can't play that part. I can just play the first part. And then it's like yeah, that's about the best I can do on that. Can you play Dock of the Bay? You mean Sitting on the Dock of a Bay by Otis Redding? It's like sitting on the dock of a because of his singing style, it's sort of hard to play that one. But yes, I know the song. Leon Corgi says there's a ground-up remake of Zelda 2 that's amazing. That's pretty cool. Heidi Taylor says, y'all, should I convince my friend to join? That's up to you, but they're welcome. Zenura says, have you ever seen Hamilton? I have not seen Hamilton. I know it's very popular. I've not seen Hamilton, so I can't play the songs. Athon is here. Inspector Gadget theme. Let's see if I can do it. Never tried to play it before. And then it's got that middle part. I can do that one. Nintendrovert. I still haven't forgotten you need to stream Battle for Bikini Bottom. Yep, it's on the list. Heidi Taylor. If you know Megalovania, can you play Once Upon a Time? Is that another Undertale? I don't know them all by name. Once Upon a Time, Undertale. Which one is that? Let's see. Yeah. That one's not too bad. That one's just we must have some Undertale players in here. It's just like and then the second time it's like that's about as much as I remember. Undertale has some good music. And I remember, I don't know the names of the songs, but I've heard the music. There's one that's like no, wait. Did I already do that one? Maybe I already did that one. And then there's another one that's like and that goes higher than the saxophone can go. don't know what that one's called, but I remember that one. Okay. Nightbeat Studios. Do you think you can play The Girl I Left Behind Me? Yes. And what keeps happening to me is I'll try to think of a song that I know, and I know that I know, and some other song will come into my head. It's this other SpongeBob little ditty. Da da. But that's not it. It's da da da. I'm gonna have to look it up. Oh, I got it. Yes. My hand's starting to hurt. Goodness. Oof. That was okay, I guess. Okay. Starting to get tired here, but I'll go a little bit longer. My right hand is starting to hurt. Turner Winstead, when do you think the next MLP reaction will be? Next week. I am doing a horseshoe in, which was really interesting, and it turned out to be a 41-minute long video, if you can believe that. So there's your answer. Rolling Thunder, that Mr. Krabs plush, is that from the new movie? I believe it is. This one right here, right above me here. Let's see. High school, HS Town. He would run a for-profit school, talking about Mr. Krabs. Yeah, he would try to pull as much money out of it as he could. Hank the Tank, can you play the Phoenix Wright objection theme? I know about Phoenix Wright. I never played it, and so I don't know what the objection theme sounds like. Sorry. Swag says, hi, Brandon. This Inhuman Place, love you, principal of YouTube. I appreciate that, the support. Phoenix Wright objection theme. And I wonder if I look that up. Phoenix Wright objection theme. I've never heard this. That's a 30-minute long song. It says it's looped. I'm gonna have to do something else. Sorry, I can't do that one. All right, let's go back to the chat. Hank the Tank, the Shire theme from Lord of the Rings. You mean just this? I guess I'll play it and see. That's most of it. This Inhuman Place. Hey Arnold. Do you mean you want me to react to more Hey Arnold, or do you want me to play? Isn't that on saxophone, the theme? I've never tried to play it before. It's like da ba da 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 da. Da 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 da. That's not right. Na na da 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 da. I don't know. That's not exactly right. No. That's not exactly right, but it's close. That's about as close as I'll be able to do with that. I've never tried to do that one. Kaimani says, what's something you're looking forward to in the summer? I haven't done a lot of my summer planning yet. I do plan on going back to your Discord comment, Kaimani, and seeing, I do remember you saying which avatar you'd like me to look at next. Kaimani, another gaming stream coming up one day soon. Yeah, maybe. Nintendrovert, can you do Sephiroth's theme? I do know what you're talking about. I never played Final Fantasy VII very much, but it's that theme is famous just because it's so crazy. It's like, bum, da 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 da. I probably can't because it's like it's something crazy. Over and over again. That's about as much as I can do, which is not a lot. Mia B Plays, channel member, says hello. Hello to you. I'm looking for something that I can play. Some of these I just don't know. Spider Stomper says you nailed Tom and Jerry. Yep, the classic Tom and Jerry. At least I got that. Yeah. Nightbeat Studio says that was the OG Tom and Jerry theme, even though that was probably like 15 minutes ago at this point, at least. Yeah, sorry about that. Nintendrovert, the Prince of Egypt movie. I have seen that before, but I don't remember the music at all. Let's see. Sorry, I'm so far behind. Let's hit the channel members. Kaimani says, I also revisited an old video where you did the Airbnb video. Out of curiosity, how would you be doing another? If I planned to stay in an Airbnb, at that particular time, I was doing a lot of traveling, but now not so much. Rolling Thunder says, just wanted to say your content has helped me through a lot lately. Thank you very much. I'm glad to hear that, Rolling Thunder. Danny Garcia's here, channel member. Hi, Brandon. I don't know if anyone asked you, can you play The Simpsons opening theme? Yeah, I can try. My hand is starting to hurt here. It's like... It goes all over the place. And then it goes... Yeah, so not the whole thing, but the main part. Samuel Brown didn't know you played the saxophone. I've been playing myself for about 18 years. That's really cool. Makarov says it would be so cool if you did the cover of Banjo-Kazooie, and I'm aware of the game. I've not played Banjo-Kazooie, so I don't know the music. Robert Jones says, are any of your family members going to be able to sleep well tonight? Yeah, oh my goodness. I didn't know it was almost 11 o'clock. where I'm at, 11 p.m. Yeah, I better stop soon, actually. I didn't know it was 11 p.m. Okay. Lathan Lopez says, watch Mike Offroad. He's a lawyer, YouTuber in Georgia who does videos similar to you. Let's see. Jay Stevens, Pink Panther strikes again. All right. So here's actually what you guys are saying now. Talking about now I want to watch The Simpsons again. Hank the Tank says Tetris theme. You mean ba 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 ba? And then there's the other one. Yeah. Not quite. All right. I had to skip a ton. I'll try to skim back up, but I realized I was like a million years behind the chat. Sorry about that. Let me kind of work backwards. Maybe I can do that. Curtains in your windows 2 hours later. Robin Cruz, thanks for joining us. If you're still here, I appreciate your participation. Ivan Hernandez, I did Recess earlier. Just a little piece of it. And I can't remember the rest. I just remember the first part. Ed, Ed, and Eddie, I don't know that theme song, actually. I haven't seen too much of that. A lot of people want me to react to that, which I may. I don't remember, Ivan, I don't remember the Gravity Falls theme either. I have seen that show before, but I don't remember how the theme goes. Just skimming up here. Steven Universe, I don't know that one, sorry. Nightbeat Studio says, what you actually played was the boating school music, even though that was a while ago. Yeah. Ba ba da 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 ba ba da. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Ivan Hernandez, Bone Trestle Papyrus or whatever it is, what I was playing. Yep, y'all got it? Snake Spider Scorpion channel member says, oh yes, I love it when Brandon brings out his musicianly side. Hank the Tank, Moonlight Sonata. Yeah. So Moonlight Sonata, most people know the first movement. I mean, it's like a 5-minute long song. So I mean, it starts out. It's tough to really do it on saxophone because there's so many chords involved, and you can only play one note at a time. And then I'm not even going to attempt the other ones. They're just way too hard. The Wellerman, Warrior for Christ. Do you mean like? Do you mean this? I think that's what she meant there. Okay. Just scrolling up. Athon is here. I did Superman earlier. All right, I think I'm caught up. Let me scroll down to the bottom, and I'm going to have to stop in a few minutes. I will have to stop in a few minutes. Warrior for Christ says, thank you for the stream. I also had 2 myoclonus, meaning a seizure episodes this morning. Let's hope I don't have a rough night. I hope not. Or involuntary muscle movements is what she means. Hank the Tank, any Pokemon themes you know? Yeah. The main one. Ba-ba-ba-ba. And then I also know, is it Saffron City? It's like... that one. Ba 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 ba. Spider Stomper, please play the Sailor Moon theme song. I do kind of remember that one. Da da dum. Wasn't exact, but pretty close. Okay. Lathon says, does that Ned's Declassified journal actually have paper to write on? Yes, it is a real notebook. You can find it on Amazon if you would like one. Warrior for Christ, thanks for playing the Wellerman Sea Shanty. Have a great night, everyone. I might try to read my book some more. Ivan Hernandez, play the Gourmet Race from Kirby. Oh, yeah. It's like... Is it this? I think it's this. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, I'm getting out of breath too. All right, Ivan Hernandez says, yes, that's Gourmet Race from Kirby. You got it right. JJ Zone says, Wii U party theme. I don't know that one. BT says, you've done really well playing all this time. Enjoyed it. Yeah, I guess I've been playing a long time. My mouth's starting to hurt. My hand's hurting. I'm getting out of breath. Entertainminator. I don't know the Fireflies song by Owl City. I'm sorry. Zexion. I appreciate all your comments, by the way, from all the way over there. I really do appreciate it. Taxi driver theme. I don't know that one, unfortunately. Hank the Tank. I am getting old, But I think it's reasonable to be tired after this long playing and after 11 p.m., at least for me. The Goldberg's intro, I don't know that one, Lathon. All right, I'm going to have to call it quits. I'm getting a little tired, and it's past my bedtime. So I will have to end it here. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. This was sort of random. Maybe next time I can bring a different instrument other than the saxophone, and we'll have some more fun. But thank you for joining the stream. I'll go ahead and end the stream now. I appreciate all the support, all the donators, and other support given by everybody and your comments and all of you participating. But I'm going to end the stream here. I hope you all have a great evening wherever you are, or morning if it's morning for you. And I'll see you next time on my next video, Friday, which will be SpongeBob. I'll see you then. Have a great evening.